Here we go, another fantasy football video. This time it's just me on my own. I'm down by Payton Beach. I mean, I don't know if you can... Oh good, we get to see a fucking car, brilliant. There we are, bit of a view there. In fact, I may just go a bit closer. So it's got to do with fantasy football, mate. Stop fucking waffling and get on with the fucking transfers you're going to be doing. Fuck off. This is for the hardcore elite FPL members that enjoy this kind of stuff. You can see there, and you probably can't. There's the pier, and then I'm just gonna jump down here, and then it's pretty. To be honest, the picture quality is shite. But no, I just felt like, again, as normal, putting out the content out there. But I've been seriously contemplating a wild card, straight up. Thinking of doing a wild card, mainly because I did not really a panic transfer, is a bit of a strong terminology, but I kind of did a transfer. I'm not going to reveal it because obviously Jason will be listening in, and I don't really want him to be finding out what I've done, because he can easily block me off, because now he's 30 points clear. 30 points, there is no way in hell I can catch him this game week. It's mathematically impossible, unless Wan-Bissaka, which he won't, was to get 15 points more than David De Gea, which again he won't. Then essentially, here we go, listen to the music. Let's sit in the car, we'll listen to music. Fucking tragic. But yeah, I just think that Jason's going to have a minimum of 25 points on me, because he's got Kevin De Bruyne as well. Where based on my prediction, I'm expecting Tottenham to lose by a minimum of 4. I think they're going to get battered. I really do think that Tottenham are going to get battered against City. Well, I expect it to be a high scoring game, because Conte will definitely not have been happy with the performance, despite the fact he came out apparently and said that I was really happy with it. Is that how he speaks, Steve-O? Yeah, he does, yeah. It's a fucking difficult one, really. So yeah, this wild card is very tempting. I think I can just hold it for one more week. I think that for me, my wild card can be held for one more week, and then I think I'm hitting it. My team is just, I don't know, I'm happy plodding along with it, but it's trying to catch the likes of Jason and taking over Dan as a simple example. That's the key for me. It's getting ahead of these guys, but because Dan's blocked me off with his bloody transfers, his team's virtually identical to mine. You've then got the likes of Jason, whose team is virtually identical to mine, barring one player, two players, Perisic and Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, it's very, very difficult for me to be able to permanently ground. So I have got players in mind to be bringing in. I think I spoke yesterday, in fact I know I spoke yesterday to Dan about the 3 players that I want to be bringing in from Arsenal, more specifically the 2. And yeah, it's a bloody tough one for me. But certainly looking at certain players in our mini leagues, I mean, let's not fuck about here. All I care about is the rivalry between Dan, myself and Jason. That's what we did this mini league for, specifically the Torbay Elite, as I'm walking along Payton Beach right now. I was supposed to be, I wasn't. I tried to ring Dan, but unfortunately his message, I just realised something, I can spin the camera around, can't I? Yeah, I can, so let's spin it around. There we are. If it focuses, yeah, there we are, there's... Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, Steve-O. But yeah, with the Torbay Elite and everything, but that's kind of like now out my mindset, is mainly the whole rivalry with myself, Dan and Jace, which, as I keep stating this point, in the past since doing this channel in the past 4 and a bit years. Because it's been about 4 and a bit years now that Dan got us in contact with Jason. And I've just been, ironically, just been tagged in something on the Discord. It's just come through. Wonder what that is. But yeah, this has been the closest it's been between the 4 of us, or the 3 of us. And it is a chess game. It is a situation in which in fact, let's just get. It is a simple case. Should I go for the pier? You won't be able to hear anything though. I don't even think it's open, to be honest with you. Oh, it is. Fuck it, let's go for the pier. Even though, like I said, you will not be able to hear any of this whatsoever, because there's too much music and this is going to get everything blocked, won't it? Maybe I could edit this sound out, which I won't be able to. But certainly, yeah, I wonder if Andy Martin's watching. Maybe this brings back memories of his being on Brighton Pier. How exciting it is on there. Here we go, on a minute. In fact, Dan's... Here we are, let's just keep walking through here. But yeah, certainly I think that this is the most exciting for our rivalry between myself, Dan and Jason throughout the 4.5 years. And it's... But I'm just going to pause it here for now. Hold on a minute, have a look at that. Ooh, cuddly toy, Steve-o, whoop-de-doo. That's actually insane. Wow. Oh. Oh wow, fantastic. Annoyingly, they've closed the back up over there. So you can't fucking get out the back. Ugh. Typical. I would legitimately love to win one of them. Well, that was exciting. But yeah, just how close. Oh, any Star Wars fans out there? Huh. But yeah, I just think that it's become so tight between me, Dan and Jason now, albeit again, Jason's now 30 odd points ahead of me, and I think Dan's 20 odd points ahead of me. And you know, I think when I get back to London, I'll be then doing a members video on the mini leagues, specifically the members league, where No Weak Foot is now 1 point behind FPL Tips Harry. You've then got, what's his face, Vince Chapman, top of the Rivals League, just absolutely like proper dominating that league. Double Newcastle defence coming in. Yeah, and I think we'll just look for, well, I will do when I get back, do a members video about looking at the various members leagues and seeing what's what. Just ironically, I'm more excited about using the new microphone, because I did a test podcast the other day regarding it, and if anybody gives a flying fuck if you want to hear the sound quality of it, you can check out my little podcast that I do at Total Steve-o on Spotify, just to hear me slagging off the way Tinder is, because we all know how shit it is. But anyhow, I certainly am looking forward to using the mic for the first. I used it actually for the first time on a members video. I did, and the sound quality was just fantastic. But going back to the fantasy football stuff, oh thank God, Steve-o. I think that this game has been really difficult. I see quite a few popular Twitter accounts are struggling this year. I mean, funny enough, actually, I don't know how Late Riser is actually doing in the game. Don't have a clue, but he put up a tweet when I went on the Elite FPL account. I saw he put up a tweet saying he did a -12 and his transfers were virtually identical to mine, and he tried to work out what his points tally was, and he's like -7 down, whereas I'm pretty much at 0, because the players I got rid of were James with 0, you had Robertson with 1, Darwin 0, and who was the other player that I got rid of? Mason Mount with 3, whereas the players I brought in were who did I bring in again? Oh, Luke Shaw, he got 2 points. You had Kane, 2 points. Mahrez, 2 points. And Botman, who I brought in, got 6. But he was on the bench. So I'm at break even, which is just crazy. But like I said, I didn't even play Botman. And I even found out today on TalkSport that Tony's penalty shouldn't even be a penalty. Apparently it's a bit of a dubious one. Again, I haven't seen any of this. And I just find it so funny that Jason's specific player that he brought in got a dubious penalty. And my player, my differential on him, had a penalty disallowed, thanks to the people that were in the comments saying that Mitrovic took the penalty but it hit his left foot. But again, comment below what they do here, all that nonsense. Why wasn't he allowed to retake the penalty? What was the deal here? Again, I should really just look at the highlights. I can't be bothered. To be completely honest with you, I just cannot be arsed. But certainly, I think that going into this game week, I don't have to do anything. Even though I have done something, as we're fully aware, as I've already said. I've done 1 transfer. And it could be differential enough, but who bloody knows. But certainly from my wildcard point of view, I will have 3 or 4, well, I'll have, yeah, 3 or 4 differentials on Jason for definite. I can tell you that for free. And certainly I think that moving more further on to the season, looking at the teams that we've got, like when I was into TalkSport earlier with Andy Jacobs and, well, H&J, and Andy was basically saying that, look, the likes of Liverpool are just physically exhausted now. Like we discussed yesterday, you know, their team is just essentially so fucked from the past 3 or 4 years of absolute domination. Certainly winning some form of cup in the years that have gone by, that basically they're physically exhausted. They're done for. They're battered. So I mean, I'll just give you a quick view of Torbay, even though it's completely pitch black. But there's Payton Harbour there, and then over that way you may be able to see the light. And if you see that bright light flashing, that's Brixham Lighthouse. And then there's all the boats that have docked and all that nonsense. And then there's Payton Pier and Torquay over there in the distance. Hence, Torbay Elite. But no, they were saying that Liverpool are just absolutely shot now. They're done for. You've got the likes of Man City, who they're pretty much shot. Pretty much. Arsenal, Newcastle are taking advantage, and I want to take advantage of their assets. I really do. I want to take advantage of their assets, so I'm going to be pretty much going hard on them, basically. And like I said, I discussed which players they were last night. And yeah, it's now just a case of the fact that Jason's wildcarded and all that malarkey. I think that I have got that tiny advantage. Tiny. I mean, it's so small, the fact that he's used his wild card already, and it's just a question of get game week 21 out the way, get this weekend out the way, see what happens, and then I can reassess what's going on. But certainly with Arsenal's upcoming fixtures, they're hard to look past. Man United's upcoming fixtures. They're very, very hard to look past. I'm still very happy with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'm still going to be after listening out for news on Dalot. But by all accounts, Dalot's going to be out for a while. Well, what do you base that on, Steve-O? Nothing. But Dalot could be out for a while. So I'm happy with my double Man United defence. But yeah, it's all down to, like I said, it's all down to this game on Wednesday with Man United versus Crystal Palace. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm predicting a 2-1 win, so it means they're going to concede. But the history at Crystal Palace, the last 3 fixtures, one team has kept a clean sheet twice. Twice Man United have kept a clean sheet away at Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace kept a clean sheet. So a team could keep a clean sheet in this. Crystal Palace to win 2-0. But I think with the form Man United are in at the moment, I think, yeah, it should be a Man United win. I hope so, because I really hope that Man United and Arsenal do well this season. I'm hoping Arsenal do win the league. And maybe Man United getting into that Champions League along with Newcastle. And then it's just a case of, what, Liverpool. I mean, Man City is pretty much a guarantee that they're in it, but certainly if Man United and Arsenal can keep it up. I mean, I'm literally waffling now, so yeah, just a few thoughts about my wild card that I'm going to be doing. You didn't really talk about it, Steve-O. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean. It's a few thoughts that I'm probably going to be hitting my wild card soon, and yeah, anyhow, see you later.